Good morning, dear students. Welcome to the home mentoring session organized by Director General Higher Education Haryana. Today, I, Dr. Anuradha, will discuss main idea and storyline of the chapter The Generation Gap, written by Benjamin McLean Spoke. The Generation Gap is a very beautiful essay written by Dr. Benjamin McLean Spoke. The term generation gap expresses the lack of understanding between one generation and another. Before proceeding further, let us know something about our author. Benjamin McLean Spoke was born on May 2, 1903 and died on March 15, 1998. He was an American pediatrician. Pediatrician means one who treats children under the age of 18. He had dealt with psychological issues in developmental framework and tried to establish dynamic relationship between children and their families. His book Baby and Child Care was one of the best-selling book of 20th century. The main crux of this book is that parents should rely, means they should believe in the abilities of their children and trust their instincts. The famous first line of this book is trust yourself, you know more than you think you do. He has used psychoanalysis to understand needs and family dynamics of children. What is psychoanalysis? Psychoanalysis is set of theories given by Sigmund Freud, who has said that almost all of the individuals have unconscious thoughts, feelings and emotions. His ideas about child care has influenced many generations of parents to be more flexible and affectionate with their children and to treat them as individuals who want to grow in their respective lives. Thus, he has felt that emotional needs of children should be taken care of along with physical needs. Parents can help their children to grow and carve niche. But to achieve this goal, children need to choose different paths. Let us learn something about the essay. As in the beginning, I have told you that the term generation gap means lack of understanding between one generation and another. For example, I may have different opinion while my parents may have different opinion about the same thing. Similarly, my children may differ in many ways from me, but that doesn't mean that I am right and my parents are wrong. Or I am right and my children are wrong, or vice versa. So what I want to convey to you is that there is a cause of conflict in every family due to difference of opinion, viewpoint, maybe value system, which is due to technological advancements and modern era. Benjamin McLean Spoke says that this kind of conflict in a family is not negative. He says that it is healthy as well as positive. In fact, generation gap is inevitable and natural. It is very important for growth of an individual. He says that child grows and becomes adult. He or she breaks barriers of comfortable family life and choose a place of his own self. And this is known as identity. Dear students, what do you understand by the term identity? Yes, identity may have various meanings, but in general, if we talk about identity, identity means things which differ one personality from the another. The things which separate one person from another person. However, it doesn't include only physical changes, but it is much more than that. Identity includes physical, moral, mental, and spiritual aspects of personality. Spock says that identity is required for growth of an individual. He says that there are various stages of identification: rejection of earlier role models and formation of new identity. How parents should channelize this positive energy and transformation of young individual into responsible adults is very much important, as parents can channelize positive energy through their right guidance, and development is interrelated. Thus, the main crux of this essay is that parents should accept their children, parents should accept their growth, they should accept their conflict. Only then children can understand importance of responsibility and grow as young adults. So let's do detailed analysis of this chapter. Para 1 says, rebelliousness against parents is natural, inevitable aspect of adolescence. Rebelliousness is not a negative word, dear children. Here, rebelliousness means refusal to obey rules, refusal to obey normal standard of behavior. Inevitable here means which is certain to happen, which will definitely happen and we cannot stop it. It will occur for sure. Thus, in the very beginning, writer has conveyed that it is quite natural for the young boys and girls to strive to find their true identity in their adolescent period, which results in rebellious towards their parents. Yes, children strive. Strive means struggle. They struggle to find their identity. They try to explore who I am, what I am, why I am here, what can I do for my family and society, which naturally results in rebelliousness towards their parents. The writer wants to convey that this behavior, where a child wants to rebel, is a part of their growth and it is not negative. Means it is natural that if a child wants to have individual identity, he will rebel for certain roles and parents should accept it and understand that it is not negative aspect of their child's personality. This rebelliousness will assist them in achieving real independence for progress. To continue, he says, this kind of behavior is natural and it enables a young person to reject the comforts and security provided to him by his parents. Thus, to develop your own identity or To be a successful individual, you have to come out of the four walls of your home. One has to develop his own ideas and aims. One has to prove himself. Young minds want to embark on the path of establishing their real independence and they work for progress. Benjamin Franklin's book tries to convey us that it is quite natural for young minds to find their own ways. They surely work to establish their individuality in relation with their own family, friends, and society. In paragraph 2, he further adds the most basic problem for the young person is to find his own identity, sense of being an independent person with a job to do. Young mind here is actually influenced by bubble reputation. Bubble reputation here means momentary reputation. He has many desires to fulfill. He has many things to work on. But he says that the main problem is not merely to take conscious decision and finding a job. It means that a young mind, before finding his true self, must understand difficult situations of life, as he has to take decisions which should prove right for the society. So, what is the real problem here? The real problem, as my dear students, we have discussed in the first line about rebelliousness. So, the real problem, the writer says, is to groom himself into a mature personality that is acceptable to his family, friends, society, and to himself as well. Rebelliousness means when one does not obey the rules, one revokes. One doesn't follow the set standards approved by society. As one has to accept this thing also, that one's personality lies with the personality of his or her family. We all are representatives of our families. Wherever we go, whatever we do, we are always accepted by our members of family and friends as individuals. So what is the real problem? The real problem here lies that one has to groom oneself and to grow into an individual who is able to express himself as well as understand the society in which he lives. He has to find new perspectives as he is rebelling towards the old set of rules. But naturally, it is required for the growth of society. He has to find new ways. What else he can do? What else he can do to solve the general problems? Thus, one needs to gain a sense of being an independent person. The writer has further explained in paragraph 3 three principal elements. Principal here means primary, main. Three principal elements that help the young mind to achieve the personality, individuality he was striving to form. Dear students, it is not easy to have your own identity and to prove yourself in society. But it is not difficult as well. A child must try to understand that growth of an individual lies in the growth of society. Benjamin McLean's book further explains that the first element of personality is character. The character he had been developing all through his or her life. The generation gap works for new perspectives with the demands of present scenario to emulate himself as a unique individual. We have read earlier that rebelliousness is not a negative aspect of personality. It is positive. It is natural. It is inevitable as well as important. So it means that the ultimate goal of a person is to find out his individuality. Individuality is state of being independent and move out from the certain barriers. Thus, the development of character is very much important. He says that since the age of 3, a boy strives to be like his mother and a girl strives to be like her mother. It is very true. A child follows his father, mother, or primary caregivers. They cast themselves in the molds of their parents because they think that they are their products. They have to follow them. They try to walk like them. They try to talk like them, and they try to follow the footpaths of their parents. However, to become an effective adults, they have to break off most of the independence on their parents. They need, of course, they need not to step into the shoes of their parents. The influence of parents may affect their responses. This is very important, dear students, until and unless you have not come out of the shells of your family life, you cannot become independent or individual. Writer further adds, he has to develop his own ideas and aims to solve the existing problems of society in which he lives. Here, new ideas means rejection of old ideas. Though rejection is a painful word, but it is necessary part of individual's growth. Your own ideas and ways to solve the existing problem will definitely help you to grow. Thus, in order to become an effective adult and individual, one must develop ideas and aims of his own. The young person's feeling of impatience and criticism towards his parents works in a positive way. Feeling of impatience means child is not satisfied with the happenings in current situation, and his criticism towards parents may work in a positive way. Yes, it is very true that parents are our best guides. But to grow ourselves into a different individual, we have to think out of the box. We have to come out from the comfort zone. Only then we can grow. McLean says it is not negative to question or criticize ways of parents. as if we have new ideas and ways, we can reject the old ones. However, one should not forget that parents are not our enemies. These rejections should work only to deal with the problems one faces to establish himself or herself as a unique persona. He has to depict that the ideas of his parents' generations are outdated and no longer can be applied to the present scenario. It means that he can handle all the situation with the traits of discipline, time management and effective problem solving. In our day-to-day life too, we say that this is an obsolete idea. We can't follow such customs which our parents are following since ages. Of course, we should not hurt our parents in any manner as they are our lifelines. They have imbibed varieties of good values among all of us. But we should try to be logical that why our parents were following those customs and why we should not follow it today. One should try to be innovative, understand discipline, and govern responses to stimuli and mold young minds. Dear students, here Benjamin Spock tries to convey that our child has his own individual personality. Thus, character is prerequisite to develop a personality. The second element is also very important. Spock here reveals that how strong the rebelliousness in each individual and what form it takes is a second element in determining his eventual identity. See, Spock says yes, you should have a character. Character is very important. What we want to become, how we want to grow, how we want to project ourselves in society is quite important for all of us. So, but obvious, character is first and foremost aspect of personality. But you should think about new ideas. You should think about various methods to revoke, to rebel. And if you do not have the second element of your personality, you cannot grow. Thus, the extent and strength of rebelliousness means who are ready to take chances, who are ready to rebel, decides final identity of an individual. Young minds are quite influenced from the ways and happenings they experience in their day-to-day lives. Their rebelliousness may result bubble movements, but bubble reputation which leads to innovation of new identity won't help in growth of personality. Thus, the zeal to rebel and the strength to take those chances will definitely decide the final personality of an individual. So the zeal should be there in your heart. You should try to understand that comfortable life will not lead you towards individual growth of personality. Further, Benjamin McLean-Spock explains the third element which decides the personality. Nature of time and need of time. A person faces different situations in different historical periods, and requirements also change according to the changing situation. Dear students, you may have a good character. You may have the zeal to take chances, the strength to prove yourself. But if you are not living in those times which need changes, you cannot develop your personality fully. Here Spock further explains with an example that adverse situations can change the personality. He quotes Erik Erikson, who explains in Young Man Luther how the corruption of church in Martin Luther's times led him to implement major reforms, which was the need of time and which fulfilled requirements to develop a dynamic personality. It means that Martin Luther King has developed a dynamic personality because he had the third element present. It was nature of time and need of time. The time has inspired Luther. The corruption in church has inspired Luther to develop the qualities of fearlessness, clarity, eloquence. Eloquence here means art of speaking, and firmness. Benjamin Spock further explains that in case he had not faced adverse situations, he would have remained just an ordinary priest. Thus, the third element is quite important for development of an individual. The author further adds that numerous advancements, technical inventions, scientific discoveries have been conceived by the young minds in the prime of their youth. Means one who is impatient, one who tries to learn, one who tries to find out something can only dream for reforms and changes in future. Thus, to behave rationally and encourage decides final identity of an individual. Dear students, I hope all the three elements of personality to you. So, to conclude, I can say that demands of present age are different. We need creations, choices, values, beliefs, appearances, ethnicity, habits, family, friends, interests. We should give every individual due chances to grow, to choose their own path, to create and develop their own value system and belief system, to develop their own personality. One should follow as well as try to reach their own path and carve niche for themselves. Happy learning. Keep learning. Thank you so much.